Morning, YouTube. It's me, the artist at MC. Running a little late, taking care of a little business. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. So, short order of business, real quick, on this Freedom Ride Friday. Um, I made a mistake yesterday. I made a mistake. So, if you guys tuned in yesterday, you heard me illuminating the conversation I was having in my comment section with commenter who was trying to make the false equivalency between Mizu from Blue Eye Samurai being similar to Luke Skywalker from Star Wars. And I took umbrage with that and corrected him on it. And one of the points that I corrected him on, he turned around and corrected me on. So I wanted to come on here and say, hey, look, I made a mistake. What was the mistake I made that he was so quick to point out? That Luke's friend from Tatooine was not named Dak. His name was Biggs. And he is right. His name is Biggs. And I mixed up the name with Biggs and Dak because Dak was the one who was in the back of the speeder at Hoth who got killed. I mixed it up. It happens. But he did try to explain to me because, people, because I look young, people always want to think that I am young. Wanted to explain to me that he saw the movies in the theater when they first released. And I'm like, I did too. Because I'm not young. I'm actually pretty fucking old. So kudos because you found something to say I was wrong about. You didn't answer my point at all. You didn't address the points that I made. You just wanted to point out the fact that, well, I didn't name the right character the right name. That's fine, because then he went on to explain in his response exactly my point, that Mizu shouldn't be that good, because his analogy was that even though there is F1 racing and I drive a car, just because I drive a car every day does not mean I can get out on an F1 track and do well. And I said, you're right. And you prove my point and disprove your own, that Mizu shouldn't do well fighting against people who have been trained when all she's done is shadow slice and fight trees. So congratulations, you defeated your own fucking argument. Thanks for finding the logic. But it's funny that people only find logic when they think they're correcting you. Congratulations. Now you got to it. And as a teacher, that's my only job, right? To make sure, I should say, as a parent, that's my job, to make sure you fucking get it. Not to give you the answer, let you find your way to the answer. That's also being a good therapist. You're welcome. That'll be $200, please. Silly shit. So I just laugh because I am not one who has the ego wrapped around on being 100% right. Try to be very right. But I do make mistakes sometimes because I am human. And since you see me on live streams pulling this shit from my brain, not from Google, not from typing, not from Wikipedia, not from what I heard from somebody else, what I freaking know, sometimes the name gets misplaced. It happens. When your memory is long, it will happen. So I'm not worried about this shit. What do I have invested in the fact that I misnamed Dak or Biggs? The story and the scenario I described was exact. And that's why he didn't answer that part. He just wanted to jump on the fact that, well, he wasn't named Dak, he was named Biggs. Okay, what does that have to do with what I said? The problem with A lot of so-called men nowadays is they look for any reason, just like bitches, to seize on something that they can find inaccurate, so they can try to disregard everything else you said. I was watching a video yesterday with Angry Man talking about this shit, about breaking down the manosphere and the matrix and stuff like that, and how men keep sounding like women nowadays because you keep looking for reasons not to actually perform or not to hear what was said. You latch on to one point that you might feel is an inaccuracy, and because you can latch on to one point, you disregard everything else that was said and try to encapsulate everything by that one point. Well, that's just dishonest. Intellectually dishonest. I had a friend told me she wanted to watch my channel, and I said, I don't give out cotton balls for years. I don't pass out cotton balls. There are no faint couches. None of that. But why? Because I assume that if you're talking to a grown up, language shouldn't be an issue. Shouldn't be. Shouldn't be making the cowards retreat. So, well, I won't dispute what you said because it's true. But you know you named that guy the wrong thing. Got you. Now I know where you stand. Shame, guilt, and the need to be right. But it's fun. It's funny. It made me laugh. It made me laugh out loud at my conference table with my coworkers. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I said, oh, funny comment. And that's why I immediately said, you know what? You're right. His name wasn't that. It was Biggs. Not bad. What else you got? That's what it is. Whether you can admit when you're wrong, whether you can get past that shit, because it deflates all the power out of it. Doesn't mean I'm wrong on everything. That's that's the other thing people like to do. If they can find that you're wrong on one thing, that means you wasn't wrong on everything. No, no, that's it's like genius doesn't mean you're smart in everything. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world and arguably one of the smartest men in the world. Does he make faux pas? Does he make mistakes? Do you think you point out any mistake that he made changes the fact that he is still the richest man in the world and still smart as hell? No, it doesn't. So kudos, you didn't do shit. But prove my point and disprove yours. Guess I heard know he was listening. Stuck into your head or something completely different. So beyond that, day after a long call, it's Friday, and two competing thoughts circle. Ninja watches. Yeah, thank you. Mr. Prius doesn't want to move. I got a Toyota and a Prius just blocking up everything. Can't get over into them. Doesn't talk. Right. I think people get in the fast lane and drive at speeds lower than the speed limit. It makes no fucking sense. Anyway, the boy Steven just sent me a video of the Furiosa trailer. And having listened to Dr. CArtisan's stream last night, Furiosa came up there as well too. Now I'm sitting there thinking about this trailer he sent me before I actually respond to Steven. That's what I actually do. I actually think about shit before I open my goddamn mouth. And okay, man. I'm sitting here thinking about why would I be interested in seeing Furiosa? What is the draw for that movie? I've been thinking about it a lot the last month or so about what is it about these movies that I may like, dislike, and the mass public dislikes. Where is the connect or disconnect? Really pondering it. What do I really like about these movies? What is really good about these movies? Right? And really trying to recalibrate myself, I guess, on what's a good movie, what's a bad movie. Vice versa, right? That'd be a thing. The inches from the clouds. I have, see, that's the thing. It begs the question, as soon as you say that, so like the Mad Max series, what do you like about the Mad Max series? What do you like about it? I mean, I like Charlize Theron. I like Mel Gibson. I like Tom Hardy. I like Tina Turner. But what do I really give a fuck in this day and age about a post-apocalyptic movie where it's just a bunch of white folks around, dressing half naked, looking like it's Burning Man? What do I really give a fuck about that? Because it's savage, because it's brutal. If you kind of study history and listen to some of these Wilson brothers, that's the fucking way, you know, those folks were forever. They got civilized a little bit by some melanated peoples. So I'm really thinking about what's the draw for this movie. Now, Charlize Theron's not in it. They got Anya Taylor-Joy in. Well, I like Anya Taylor-Joy a little bit, but I'm sitting there thinking about, I'm not about to watch this little bony-ass girl kicking a bunch of big-ass buff dudes' asses. That doesn't even make sense. In a world that's more savage, less civilized, that doesn't make any sense to me to watch that shit. Outside of the fact, like Dr. T was pointing out, they're just trying to do the swoop and swap. Swooped in one movie and then introduced Furiosa, and now the next movie is Furiosa, but you still got to throw Mad Max underneath her name. Why? Because nobody would know who the fuck she was otherwise? All right, Jada Pinkett, keep talking about you was fucking Tupac in prison. He was dying without your love. Same shit. So I'm watching the trailer, and I'm not really getting what I would be interested in seeing in this. Because as soon as I saw, like, who's doing this? It was Anya Taylor-Joy. I'm like, okay, she's fine. Last movie I saw her in, she was bony as fuck, like looking like she's sick or bulimic or some shit. I'm like, so she gonna play Furiosa? Okay, a bony ass girl, young girl at that, in a post-apocalyptic world, and she's taking on these big ass muscular dudes. No. And she got a little robotic arm. Oh, and it's a prequel. So some of the characters that carry over from the last Mad Max movie will be younger and stronger. As soon as I saw her pull the hair out of her face, I thought it was fucking Rachel Zegler. Then they showed her name, Anya Taylor-Joy. I was like, oh, okay. And then the next scene I saw, she's smearing paint on her face like that freaking Prey movie. I'm like, oh my fucking god. Oh my god. So she taking down a predator too? One of the days I wish I still had my daughter living in the house with me so I can go to her room and be like, baby girl, what do you think of this shit? I mean, for real, what do you think of this? I need a young female's perspective on this. A young millennial. Does this appeal to you? What about this appeals to you? And I'm not judging. I just want to understand it because I don't. It just don't look good. Outside of the fact that everybody would want to go back to the Mad Max world where it's a bunch of random Borderlands looking shit and white folks acting bad and being bad. Okay. We do love our gratuitous violence, don't we? But what else is the draw for the movie? Was there really a connection that hard to Furiosa in the last Mad Max movie? I'd say no. You know why? Because they had to put Mad Max under her fucking name in the title. That's why. Because you wouldn't automatically know who the hell Furiosa was just saying it, I guess. If you saw the last Mad Max movie. So you need this person to push this character. The other question is, Chris Hemsworth is in this movie. Okay, what up, Artie Edmore, the dope boy in the building? Where he at? Where the dope boy at? Man, I got to give dope boy some love. I get to see my homie all the time. There we go. Some love for the dope boy, man. Brioche Bandit in the building. He don't do bread no more, but we tell him we love him just the same, man. You still got them connects, I'm sure. So Chris Hemsworth is in this. And y'all heard me talking about Artie Edmore. She arm wrestles bodybuilders and beats them and has her way with them, aka penis envy. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Look, Chris Hemsworth is in this movie. And you heard me talking yesterday about Last Goal Wins and Taika Waititi and how Chris Hemsworth in the Thor movies should have been. It should have been funny and shit like that. I wanted a warrior, right? So I'm seeing this movie I'm seeing this trailer, and he's in the trailer, big as shit still, long hair and stuff. Is he going to be acting goofy in this movie too? Will he? Is he going to be a badass? Or is he going to have to be saved by Anya Taylor-Joy? Is he Mad Max? Is he Mad Max? Is he the Mad Max character? Because you shouldn't need him in this movie, right? Because it's a prequel for Furiosa. So you shouldn't need his ass at all. So who is he? Because make no mistake about it, when the trailer opened up and they showed the first dude, I'm like, is that Drew McIntyre from the WWE? What the fuck is he doing in this? I may be wrong. Maybe it's not Drew McIntyre. That's what the fuck it looked like. So I'm like, okay, so every big dude in Hollywood is getting to be on this set out in the sand dunes and stuff like that with their shirt off and Ripley muscles. What is this little bitch about to be doing? Other than running from him. And apparently having to run him over with cars and shit. I'm not getting it. I'm really not getting it. So I'm really conceptually trying to figure out what the hell would I be excited about in this movie, and thinking about how much do I remember about the last Mad Max movie with Tom Hardy. A lot of stuff, but the awesome part about the movie wasn't no damn Furiosa to me because it was just slick chicks and slavery and shit. So I okay, I really want to know what what women are asking for this stuff. I mean, really, think about it. What women are really asking for this? I really want to see them because apparently they don't show up to these movies. Apparently they don't. Look at the last box office receipts from the last, these are the empowered women movies. Marvel's is a good example. Where are all the women who were showing up for that? Or did they all show up and that's why I didn't make no money? Because I told y'all that about that last Charlie's Angels movie. Look, you got the fan base that you was looking for. That was it. That was it. What you upset about? Wasn't a billion of them? You don't spend a lot of money. I mean, we're right here on YouTube in the manosphere. You can pull up videos any day of the week of chicks talking about how they want men to pay for everything. You don't think that includes movie tickets? You don't think that includes movie tickets? I ain't going to see that shit. Most of them ain't lesbians. Girls tripping and things so they can go and find some meat, not so they can go find some fillet of fish. I don't know, man. Yeah, penis envy is right, Artie. Yeah, Freud was right. As much as they try to debunk his ass, it's always some woman in psychology, but most of debunk him. I told y'all the early psychological theorists and stuff like that, they all had issues. Every one of them, even the females, even the females. So yes, it's something to what they got, something to them. But there's also some brilliance that comes out of that shit too, because it put them on that path to discover that kind of stuff. As far as I'm concerned, he's proven right on a daily basis more than he's proven wrong by people in the field trying to say, oh, he was just wrong. He was just a misogynist. He was just this. He just bad because he was right. It spurs you into getting into shit so you can try to debunk his ass and try to quiet down his rightness. Sounds like penis envy in and of itself. It's okay. Having a penis ain't all it's cracked up to be. It's a lot of responsibility and accountability that comes along with it. And as many streams have illuminated over the last week, that accountability and shit, a lot of women don't like that. And that's what you have to take if you want to be in the role of a man. Accountability. You want to be the leader, you take responsibility when it goes bad. You don't get to look to somebody else and say it was them. Nope, it was you. You are ultimately responsible. That's if you want to be a good leader and an actual man. Just saying. Oh, is this my favorite crushable? Looks like it. Looks like it. How timely is this? Speaking of penis envy, how timely is this? So it's interesting to see what goes on in this shit. That I'm really not thinking of a reason why I want to watch this movie. I'm really not. Outside of the fact that I'll probably have to. 1 second, y'all. Morning. Nice. It's funny how petty some people are. They do dumb shit and they want to be so passive aggressive. Whatever. I said I wasn't going to be talking about that shit anymore. So let me let children do what children do. Stop his car a mile from the other car. So I'm really not thinking of a reason I want to actually watch this movie. I really can't think of one. And I think if you want to talk about some superhero fatigue, I'm tired of seeing 95-pound chicks superheroes. I really don't buy Anya Taylor Joy as an action star. Maybe she could turn me around in this movie. I don't know. But I wouldn't buy her as an action star at all because that's what I expect this movie to be, a bunch of fucking action. So I don't know. Y'all have to tell me. Y'all cloud surfing, but I'm not seeing a reason to actually watch this shit. I mean, the only reason I know of this character is because they threw her into a Mad Max movie to begin with. So why would I want to watch a movie without Mad Max in it with just her? I mean, as far as I remember, they had to save him a bunch of times in his own movie, which kind of goes against the whole Mad Max deal. So I don't know. If y'all not an action star, but she can play some chess. Not really, Art Ibmore. If you look at her recently, I think she got a reduction or some shit. I don't know. Something happened between Split and with the movies that she does now. She looks really shriveled up. Like she has like almost no chest. Like Brie Larson flaunting around showing more mams than Anya Taylor Joy is. Anya Taylor is younger. So I don't know. I was looking at that. Her proportions were off. It's like, what happened? And that's why I started noticing like she's really rail. I can see your fucking hip bones skinny now. Like, is it just because she got older? What the fuck happened? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's not like she's toned. It's not like she dropped weight because she was working out and shit like that. That's not the deal. She's just skinny as fuck. I'm like, what the fuck happened to her? She's driving this goddamn slow all over the place, dude. I fucking hate people just holding up progress. God damn. Wasn't she in the chess movie Queen's Gambit? Yeah, she was in Queen's Gambit. That's where she made a lot of her bones or her notoriety out of that shit. But she shriveled up in that shit. Oh, this is Matt Glasgow. Our fucking FD. He just said his whole name on this bench. All right, let me get out of here because we got our wandering FD showing up today. Been sick all week. So I need to get in here to this meeting. But if y'all interested in that Furiosa movie, let me know down below what your thoughts and feelings on it. Convince a brother or don't convince me. Tell me why you would or would not see it. I'd be interested to read that as opposed to reading some ridiculous comments. Um, I will get back at you guys later on after I finish this little shift. Appreciate y'all coming through, and I will see you next time. Peace.